Hello everyone, so welcome once again to the channel. Today we have Alaja Adebinkwe and Austin, who are two DAAD PhD scholarship holders, and we brought them on here to share their experiences with us related to applying for the DAAD scholarship and the processes that were required and the experience in Germany so far. So briefly, I would like Alaja and Austin to tell us what they study here and what they studied in Nigeria.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Adebinkwe. An officer at Adedeji Badmus. I did my bachelor at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. I studied plant science. I also did my master's also at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. I studied science and technology for my master's, and currently I'm in the Technical University of Munich, studying biotechnology of horticultural crops. Yeah.
So hi viewers, I'm Austin, and I had my first degree in pure and applied mathematics from Lautech, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogumosho, and I did my master's at the African Institute for Mathematical Sciences in Senegal. So I majored in mathematical sciences, but in the application aspect. And so for my PhD, so I'm doing it in applied mathematics also, in biology application. So I'm applying it to biological systems, and at the Technical University of Munich. And so I'm also a DAAD scholar. I'm just getting towards the end of my first year. Yeah.
So viewers, we have two distinguished Nigerians with us here actually. One of them is an horticulture expert and the other is a mathematician. So we look for, just stay tuned and hear what they have to say about the whole scholarship process and how they've been through it. Thank you very much. You guys have been here about 1 year now on this scholarship, and with the language course and with the PhD, what challenges do you say you have faced so far living in Munich, or first of all living in Cologne and then moving down to Munich? What challenges have you faced?
Yeah, when we first arrived, JTC now, it's not always easy. So first of all, it was a language barrier. Communicating with people is not that easy. Although there are some that actually speak English, but even before they can respond to you, you have, first of all, at least start the conversation in German a little bit before they can actually, maybe you can ask them, can I speak English or so or so. So it was the first about the language barrier, so it was difficult at the beginning, but along the line with the language course and some other things, we were able at least to understand a bit, although we might not be able to communicate fluently, but at least you can say something and tell them that this is, they can also decode what you are saying once you try to at least so that was the challenge. For the language course, we don't have any issue with accommodation, so it was like a smooth ride, because the language school provide the accommodation for us, and then the DAAD also provide the stipend for us at the end of the month, so it wasn't really a problem at the beginning. But when we moved down here to Munich, it was a different ball game. So you have to deal with accommodation, which is really, really, really expensive and difficult to find. So that's the main thing. But with the university on itself, it's been okay. At least, yes, you are new to the environment, you are new to some of the system of, university system, and also their way of doing things is a new thing to you. You are exposed to some new equipment that you've never even seen before. So it will also be, at the beginning, it will be, rough, but along the line, you will tag along. So I think we are still coping. So we are now trying to naturalize and fit ourselves better into the environment.
Yeah, that's nice. So let's hear Austin's own experience.
Yeah.
What challenges are you faced so far?
For the Cologne, I guess she said it also. Yeah, first time was rough and no accommodation issues. Everything was fine. And so coming down to Munich, it's accommodation is really difficult. So Sometimes people would jokingly say getting a German visa is easier than getting an accommodation here in Munich. So but find a way and it works. And for my experience at the university, it's a different environment, and you're coming from a third world country, and so it's not very easy to just integrate into the education system. But of course, definitely with time, we cope and just try to, to push your, just have to raise yourself to that standard that they expect, and at the end of the day, it works. So, yeah.
So did you guys find yourself playing sort of catch up, like when you got to the institute, for the PhD, and they are saying, okay, this is a topic you are going to work on now? Did you find yourself playing catch up, like, oh, I don't know this, I don't know this, I don't know how to use this, I don't know how to use this? I didn't see this before in my life. really. So I've not seen this before. Did you face this kind of challenges? Like you working maybe on the more of the experimental side, did you face this kind of challenges with equipment, and maybe you on the mathematics with maybe the equations or some computational facilities? Did you feel like I've not seen this before in my life? Is that how?
Yeah, the very first time I entered into the lab, I was like, are you sure I'm on this planet? Because there are so many equipment, some that I've never seen before, and I was expected to work with them. So how do I start? So, well, in my research group, I have some senior colleagues that actually are well into the system. So they know how to use most of this equipment, how to run the lab and some other things. So I tag along with them, ask questions. Even if I have to ask you 4 times, I don't mind. So far as I want to learn, so I'll ask the question. If I forget, I'll go back again. I need to do this. I forgot to teach me again, because it is not that easy. Number one, all the labelings, all the instructions on those equipments are in German. So if you are not fluent in German, you might not understand what is written on it. And also, it's not even about the fluency or this thing. The equipment, they have some technicality, how you use them. So you have to have someone that knows how to use this thing by your side. And also, well, yes, like we said, it's a different ball game from where we are coming from. So there are some things you need to learn on your own. There are some topics that you have to go and learn on your own. Your supervisor might try to integrate you, put into some courses that maybe can benefit you, and you also have to be self-disciplined and learn so many things on by yourself, and then try to tag along with the people in the same group with you. So I think with that, if you are able to, you should be able to cope actually. So once you is about communication. Make sure the communication, there is no communication gap with you, with your senior colleagues, and then with your supervisor. Yeah. So once whatever you don't understand or you don't know, just let them know. I don't know how to go about this. I don't know how to use this particular equipment, or I'm facing this particular challenge, or the result of what I did, I don't think it is the right thing that I'm supposed to get. Yeah. So you have to communicate with them often. Okay. So with that, you'll be able to cope. You'll be able to at least find your way around the laboratory, or maybe the school system also too. So I think with that, it should be all right.
So Austin, let's hear your own experiences with the coming from Nigeria, coming here. So.
I think for me, my own equipment is just my pen and my paper. So I don't do lab stuff, and mine is more theoretical.
Are you doing anything computational on computer also?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And when you were in Nigeria, was there access to this kind of?
I wouldn't. It's not even about. So we have so many softwares that are readily available online, free. Okay. So it's not even the availability this time. I think it's just the awareness. The knowledge that at some point you have to solve some problems. You don't have to do so many stuff, stiff problems using computer algorithms and stuff like that. I actually struggled in that aspect. Yeah. So I faced some challenges. Yeah. probably there were some topics I wasn't really familiar with. Will I just say I've not even had. And although, these topics are really much, you can't know everything. So, but for my research topic, there were some for my research, there were some topics that I actually need to understand before even wanting to address this topic. And so you can't even do your research. You have to go and settle scores with these topics, and they won't teach you these things. Like she said, you have to find a way to know these things, and so you have to take extra time, go online, study YouTube, and just understand what this thing is saying. Then you now bring it to the question, to the research problem. So if it's something at basic level, fine. If it's something more complicated, then you still have to deal with it. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we are here to learn. We are here to learn what we don't know. So that's why it is called research. Research, and over and over again. So it doesn't matter if you know it coming. If you don't know, you have to know it, and you keep knowing. But I think for now everything is fine. Yeah, we are still coping.
So there you have it, guys. Coming from Nigeria, sometimes one might not have seen some equipment before, one might not be exposed to some kind of tools. It's your responsibility when you get here to open up to people who are in your group and seek for help, and on your own spend time looking for the required help.